Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of TWD Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing another character evolution video. This one is going to be doing the evolution of a very just old classic Walking Dead character, and that is for Shane Walsh from The Walking Dead. Okay guys, just going to be doing a video for today. This one's going to be doing another character evolution video for today. This one is going to be doing the character evolution of Shane from The Walking Dead. So this one's been in the poll for a good little while, and I know a lot of people have been wanting to see this one, so I definitely thought that this is another, great one to go ahead and do for the character evolutions. Of course, if you guys have any more kind of suggestions for any other characters that, you guys want to see a character evolution for, definitely write that down in the comment section below. We'll do another poll later on today where we kind of update it and kind of put some new characters on there and stuff like that. So, Shane from The Walking Dead, man. So this one, I know a few people suggested to me, and I was really happy to see this one because honestly, he is a character that evolved in such a short period of time. That's the craziest thing, is that there's only 2 seasons of this character, but man, I mean, the transformation from where he starts to where he ends, it's fantastic, honestly. So in season 1, Shane is basically, he's the sheriff alongside Rick. Obviously, Rick gets shot. He assumes that his friend is dead, and he kind of helps, Rick's family get out of the city. And of course, we see them at this camp and all that kind of stuff. So, essentially, Shane protects Lori and Carl right up until, Rick gets back. But what Rick doesn't know is that Shane was actually sleeping with Lori. So that's when the problem comes in. Enter Judith. So I'm kidding, but I'm kidding, but it is true, Anyway, so we got that, which I thought was really cool. How Shane kind of is a pretty interesting character to start because you don't really know what to think of him after that, But basically after that, Rick gets back. He has his family back. It kind of starts that conflict a little bit slowly here with Rick and Shane. Shane kind of doesn't want Rick to kind of go back to the city because of Merle, but he thinks that he thinks it's foolish and reckless. But if he's gonna go, you're gonna need a few bullets and stuff like that, and 4 rounds and 4 men. What are the odds, huh? So this is the thing I like about Shane. There's these little layers of selfishness and wanting to just get back with Lori and have Rick out of the picture. But then there's the other moments, which is so well acted by Jon Bernthal, which is that there's the other moments where you can tell that he does care about his best friend. He's genuinely worried about him. He genuinely doesn't want him to go back into the city and get those guns and look for Merle again. He'd rather him just stay there. But then the other side of things, he wants a chance to be with Lori. So it's so just well done. I love the story of Rick and Shane and Lori and that whole love triangle. Within a few episodes of the series, you're hooked into that story. You want to know, what is Shane going to do now? How is Rick going to take it when he finds out? How is this going to go? How Lori's going to react? It's so well done, and that's why I love Shane's story in season 1. Now, I will say that even when Rick is gone, Shane protects Lori and Carl and the whole camp from the walkers that are there. Rick shows up, and I actually do agree. This is the one time I am going to say I do agree with what Shane said, is that Shane saved the group, and he helped the group get to safety when the walkers came. Rick, Glenn, Daryl, and T-Dog came in at the last second, but it was already too late. Shane was the one that told the group, get up on the hill, go up towards the RV, get away from the walkers. He protected everyone, and except for Ed. He's just like, yeah, you can die. But, aside from that, everybody else is like, okay, let's try to get to safety here. And Rick and them showed up at the very end to kill the last few walkers, and then that was that. But Rick looked like the hero all of a sudden. And I love Rick. Rick is the best character. But I have to agree with Shane. He showed up at the very last second with those guns. So definitely, I could definitely agree with Shane's perspective on that. And that's the biggest thing. And this is the biggest kind of, crazy thing that's probably going to throw you guys off, is that you guys know Rick is my favorite character. But in season 1, I've never been so conflicted between who's right all the time, Rick or Shane, because they both make very good points at a lot of times. That's the thing. If you either don't like Rick and you like Shane, or you like Shane and, you guys know what I'm saying. If you like Rick and you don't like Shane, or if you like Shane and you don't like Rick, either way, like, they both make good points at a lot of times. It doesn't matter how you feel about those characters. They both make arguments that actually are very, very good points, and that's what I like about the storytelling between the two of them. But I gotta say, Shane, after that, you know, we got that crazy episode when he tries to shoot Rick and then Dale kind of catches him, and it's just like, oh my god, man. So like, you've lost it, you know. And in season 1, I really think for season 1, a great kind of final, you know, Shane, you know, kind of thing that we can talk about is when he's when, you know, Jenner's locking the door and he's like, open that door, I'm gonna shoot your head off, you hear me? And then he's just like, ah, and he like starts shooting the machines and stuff. I'm like, oh god, what are you doing? So Shane in season 1, by the end of it, was, you know, he was still loyal to the group, he was still doing a lot of stuff, but the guy can go crazy sometimes, you know. So yeah, season 1, great story for Shane. A genuine, nice guy that now is conflicted because he fell in love with, you know, Lori, and now he doesn't know what exactly to do. So season 1, very good story for a character. Season 2 is one of the best character stories for a character I've ever seen for Shane. He is... In the beginning of the season, he is, you know, a member of the group. He doesn't stand out too much. He's just kind of there. He is, you know, a very big member of the group, but he's not doing anything that's like really wrong or anything. You know, he plans to leave and kind of just leave the group behind him and kind of just leave and go out on his own. But then, you know, after a bit, you know, everything goes down. Carl gets shot, and he feels like in order to save Carl's life, I gotta kill Otis so I can move on and that I can get out of here. And Otis is the only way I can do that. Still a selfish decision, still don't agree with it, but I can see the sick mentality Shane had there, though. Even though I disagree, he should not have killed Otis. I think that was a little too far. I definitely understand the mentality he had, though, and that's the other thing. This is what I love. Shane did something crazy when it comes to the Otis situation, but the way they play it off is that it's like, but you can't blame, you can see why he did it, though. As messed up as it is, you can see his reasoning for why he did it, is that he was slowing him down. If I sacrifice him, maybe, just maybe, there's a chance I could save Carl. And that is a chance I'm willing to take. And that's what I like about that scene. And even though I don't think it's justified 100%, it's not, that is absolutely ridiculous, I still get, from his perspective, why he did that. I'm gonna say. Is it a villain move? Absolutely. But does it have a sick, twisted, realistic, you know, perspective to it? Yeah, it does. It absolutely does. So, obviously, Lori tells Shane to stay after that, and so he does, and, you know, of course, we get the head shave, we get the season 2 stuff, and, of course, you know, throughout the whole season, he's not really doing too much in some of these boring season 2 episodes, but I remember one thing he did do, which is threatening Dale, and threatening to kill Dale, and I'm like, oh, frig, man. You know, what do you think I'd do to some guy I don't even like when he starts throwing accusations at me? What do you think, you know? I love that, man, because, of course, him and Andrea kind of have a thing in that episode, and Dale's all pissed off about that, because he kind of knows, and then you've got Shane that just throws it right back in his face and threatens him and stuff. Man, I mean, what a scene, dude, honestly. So, that was really good. And then, in pretty much done already, as soon as the group finds out about the walkers in the barn, Shane's like, hold up now, what? Like, you know, he just loses it, right? And obviously Shane, you know, he's like, we either gotta go in there, we gotta make things right, or we just gotta go, you know? And one of the funniest scenes, and it's such dark humor, but it's so funny at the same time, and I gotta mention it because it honestly makes me laugh. I don't know why. I feel like I'm the only one that finds this scene funny. But Shane is such a realist, like, that when he hears, like, it's like, oh, well, we gotta go. It's like, we can't go. Why, Rick? Why? And then Carol's like, because my daughter's still out there. And Shane's like, okay, Carol. Like, he's just like, are you kidding me? It's been 7 episodes, man. Come on. She's not alive. It's so dark because you know he's right. But, like, the way he reacts to it, like, she's like, because my daughter's still out there. Okay, Carol. You know, he's just like, okay, please, like, just stop, you know? He's like, I'm trying to bring on a point of why we need to leave, and you're just bringing that up, you know? It's so dark, but it's oddly funny. I don't know why. Go back on that scene. You guys might get a good laugh out of it. I don't know why. It's just funny to me. But, Walking Dead, when Shane was around, had some very, like, untalked about humor. I don't know what it was. Sometimes Shane actually had some really funny lines that I thought was just honestly great. The way he responds to stuff, I don't know, it's just funny. But, you know, and I love the part also in that episode, speaking of, when Rick is trying to negotiate with Herschel of should they clear the barn, should they not, Rick goes to talk to Shane, and Shane's like, all right, man, what are we doing? And he's like, I don't know yet. And he's like, well, what did Herschel say? And Rick's like, we're negotiating. the clock's ticking, Rick. You know, he's just like negotiating. Sure, okay then. Yeah. Anyway, I love that. Shane, awesome in that episode. He's got some funny like one-liners in there. Oddly, some dark humor with the Carol thing, like, but I just find it funny. I don't know why. But essentially, in the rest of the episode and the rest of the season, he clears the barn. He completely just makes a fool out of Herschel, a fool out of Rick for trying to make things great, and try to make things seem like all magical and they're going to work themselves out. Rick will lead the walkers in the barn and follow Herschel's rules and they can stay. And Shane's like, what the hell is that? Like, seriously, what is that? As he marches down this freaking, like, you know, farm land, I'm just like, oh my God. He goes down the hill. He's like, Rick, what are you doing? Yeah, you know what, man? You're right. That is enough. Completely kills this walker. And I'm just like, oh my God, man. But this is why Shane is so freaking entertaining, man. So, in the rest of the season, obviously, he doesn't, he takes a back seat in certain episodes, but of course, the main one he does, you know, have a huge role in, he is 18 miles out, of course, when they go there. You know, they got Randall captured after the whole bar situation, and essentially Shane and Rick try to kill each other. Well, Shane tries to kill Rick, and basically Rick almost leaves Shane for dead with the walkers on the bus and stuff like that, but, man, what a intense episode. I mean, between the two of them. It sucks that it got interrupted by the Beth crap, because honestly, that fight was fantastic. When he throws the bike on Rick, too, like, oh man, that was amazing. So, and then in the rest of the season, they want to kill Randall, but Rick decides not to. You can tell Shane is very trigger happy, but he decides, like, okay, like, yeah, let's, like, have Rick do it, shoot him in the barn. He doesn't do it, and Shane wants Randall dead. I mean, you can tell, like, he's just like, what did you say? I will shoot you where you said that. Open your mouth. You like talking? It's like, holy frig, man. So, I'm sure you all remember that when Carl was down there and stuff like that, and you got him that's just like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot you where you said that. Open your mouth. It's like, holy crap, man. So, Shane did not like Randall. I mean, let's just put it that way. I could put it in, like, a million other words, but let's just put it as simple as he did not like Randall. He wanted him dead. So, that is for sure. Now, in his final episode, oh man, dude, honestly, so he has a lot of final scenes with characters. A final scene with Carl, where he tells him to keep the gun. He's got to protect himself. A final scene with Lori, which I feel like pushed him to do what he did in that episode. So thanks a lot, Lori, for doing that. And then, of course, he takes Randall out. He, you know, sends the characters on this goof chase. You know, basically, they're out there. They kind of, you know, they're kind of, you know, tracking. They're trying to find him and stuff. They're like, okay, how did he injure you? How do you have all this blood on your face, Shane? And, you know, I like how Rick's just like, you know, yeah, like, there could be other dangers out there. Keep an eye on each other. And it's like, then you got Shane that's just looking at Rick. It's like, yeah, I'm the danger, bud. Like, I'm going to kill you, you know? So, and I like how Daryl's like, yeah, the kid weighs like $125 soaking wet. You trying to tell us he got the jump on you? And he's just like, yeah, well, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, honestly, Daryl was so right. I like how Daryl just kind of calls Shane out. He's like, dude, like, you, and this is when I can't justify Shane anymore, though. Honestly, this right here, from when he tries to kill Rick, when he tries to do all this stuff, that's when I can't side with the dude anymore. Like, that's when I'm like, okay, you've gone too far, yet you kind of deserve to die at that point, you know? Because, honestly, if you try to kill Rick, no, you've gone way too far, and honestly, and the thing is, too, is that he was going to try to kill Rick, but honestly, you know how bad that would look on him? No one would believe him. Like, after all the crap he did in Season 2, no one would buy that he just didn't do anything to Rick after all the things that he's done in that season. I feel like Shane's lie would have probably failed there if he said that something bad happened to Rick and I tried to save him and I couldn't. Like, no, honestly, I don't think so. But, and that's why Rick's like, you really think they're going to buy what story you cook up? Like, it's like, no, they're not, you know, that life won't be worth a damn, you know? But either way, when Shane tries to kill Rick, oh man, I mean, honestly, I could go into it more, but, you know, just for the sake of this video, one heck of a frickin' evolution. I mean, honestly, he gets killed. He, you know, is about to side back with Rick, and then Rick just gets him. He feels like that is it for Shane. He can't give him another chance, rightfully so. And that is really what, and, you know, an evolution for Shane also pushes Rick's evolution and turns him into a more brutal character after that. But in terms of Shane, Season 1, great evolution, great character. Season 2, even better, if anything. He is going from a normal dude, sacrifices a guy's life just so Carl can live, opens up a barn door, kills, like, innocent, you know, like, well, not innocent, but, you know, walkers of people that Herschel knew, really rubbing it in his face, really raising some hell at the, you know, at the farm, trying to kill Rick 19 miles out, trying to kill Randall, trying to do all this stuff, trying to get back with Lori, and in the end, he tries one more time to kill Rick, and this time, he doesn't get a second chance, and honestly, rightfully so. So, you know, honestly, that's that. So, anyway, that is Shane's character. Fantastic character overall. Jon Bernthal, a phenomenal actor, honestly, and I cannot wait to see what this guy continues to do for the rest of his acting career. He's already done amazing stuff, The Punisher, and honestly, a lot of great stuff. So, honestly, Jon Bernthal, man, honestly, that guy is so awesome. And as the character Shane, in my opinion, he is a great character, and that evolution, the evolution for Shane's character does not miss a beat, if you ask me. He is one of the few Walking Dead characters I can honestly say his story and his evolution is perfect. It's perfect, to be honest. So that is my thoughts. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section below, though. What do you guys think about Shane Walsh in the Walking Dead series? And, man, a real classic Walking Dead character for this one. So definitely want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, click the subscribe button to some videos for Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead. Follow Dennis Walking Reviews, subscribe, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video really soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Anybody out there?